features Northwest Nitro from Newburgh, Oregon, and Santa Monica from Santa Monica, California. Hello, everybody. I'm John Piper along with Brian Sutherland. We've had a great day of softball. Now the championship game, a rematch between these two teams. They played at 9 o'clock this morning with Northwest Nitro coming out on top 2-1. So looking forward to a great ball game. We'll have the player introductions right after this.
Yep. Yep. So she doesn't go by Danielle. Where is she? Oh, down below. Hang on just a second. Hang on just a second.
Okay, we'll be doing the team introductions and then the national anthem that will be sung by two of our lead staff, Terry Pease and her sister, Jamie Yaney, also known as the Becker sisters.
Guys? Home? Home? Yeah, Nitro's home. Nitro's home.
The lineup for Santa Monica All-Stars. In the run spot, number 3, shortstop, Maya Gillespie. Batting second, number 22, pitcher, Sydney Schneider. In the 3 spots, number 4, Santa Monica catcher, Brielle Miner. And batting cleanup, number 10, playing first base, Lily Saunders. In the 5 spot, number 2, playing second base, Kat Ho. In the 6th spot, number 1, designated player, Anna Ozer. Batting 7th, number 9, left fielder, Michaela Winehouse. Batting 8th, number 14, center fielder, Evelyn Segal. In the 9th spot, number 28, playing right field, Yesenia Almedo. And the flex player, number 12, playing third base, Dee Pfeiffer. And the substitute, number 66, Navi Avedon. And your home team, Northwest Nitro out of Salem. Batting first, number 1, designated player, Olivia Coulter. In the 2 spot, playing third base, number 5, Haley Poff. Batting third, number 9, shortstop, Brooke Poff. In the cleanup position, number 35, playing right field, Megan Boyles. Batting fifth, number 46 center fielder, Alina Gartska. In the sixth spot, second baseman, number 2, Maya Stigl. In the seventh spot, number 23 catcher, Sarah Ellerton. Batting eighth, number 17, playing left field, Kaylee Schwab. In the ninth spot, number 31, first baseman, Brooke Allison. And the pitcher, number 27, Soraya Neese. Your umpires for tonight's game, on third base from Nampa, Idaho, Craig Shepard. And your first base umpire from Boise, Idaho, Katrina Barber. And behind the plate from College Station, Texas, Stephanie Garcia.
Please stand, remove your hats, and face the first baseline flag. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, ladies. Let's play ball. Your USA 14B National Championship game. Your Northwest Nitro and your Santa Monica All-Stars to play the game in the final. Remember, parents and spectators, this has sportsmanship and fun as first, and the game is to be played within the field, not in the stand.
And we are getting ready to go here for the championship game. It's been an exciting tournament. Joining me, Brian Sutherland, and I'm John Piper with Capital Community Television in Salem. We're videotaping the game tonight, and also you can watch it streaming live on the internet. So, Brian, what a tournament this has been. This is our second day here. Of course, the tournament started back on Monday, so they've been playing a long time. for Northwest Nitro. They've been in the winner's bracket the whole time. For Santa Monica, they've had to play 4 games already today. They lost at 9 o'clock 2-1 to this Northwest Nitro team. So this is going to be an outstanding ball game. Northwest Nitro with a tremendous pitcher.
It's been the end of a long, long road this week for both teams. Certainly the Nitro have had a better go of it, staying in the winner's bracket. They get more rest. They're a little more fresh. The Santa Monica squad, long, long day, but you got to give them a lot of credit. It's interesting. You come into these things after playing 4 games, and of course the natural thing is, well, they're pretty tired, but they're also in sync. They've been playing. So the Nitro will be a little bit more rested, but also had a game off. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think it's really important for Santa Monica to get off to a good start.
Northwest Nitro from Newberg, Oregon. So we've got Oregon going against Santa Monica, California. Santa Monica, the visitors, will start things off.
And I won't lie, John, when you've got 26 out of 36 teams are from California and we've got one from Oregon in the championship, it can't lie, it's kind of feel kind of good about that.
Maya Gillespie leads things off here for Santa Monica. In the circle, Soraya Nice, who pitched in the last game. And she has got a lot of skill. She's got throws left-handed, which is always difficult for hitters. Don't see that many left-handers. Fouled out of play. But, of course, these two teams met at 9 o'clock this morning, so they're familiar with each other. So shouldn't be any surprises. It'll come down really to who executes better today for the championship.
Soraya Nice had 13 strikeouts in last game. She can be a dominant pitcher.
Ground ball out to second base. Good hop. And the first out. And I like the way that the Nitro team, when they get an out there, they come together with their pitcher.
It's a pretty routine play right here. The only thing I'd like to see is, she sat back on that and waited for it. I think it made it a closer play than it needed to be.
Sydney Schneider, the pitcher, steps in with 1 out here. Top of the first inning, championship game here for the USA Girls 14B Fastpitch Western National Championship from Wallace Marine Park in Salem, Oregon. And what beautiful weather we've had, Brian. It's just been great. I hope the teams have enjoyed it here. It was a little cooler earlier in the week. Laying down the bunt. That's going to be a tough play. And not in time, so Sydney Schneider beats out the bunt. And there was no way they were going to get her at first base.
Boy, that was a beautiful bunt. She killed that ball right in front of home plate. That was a thing of beauty. That is fast pitch softball right there, and it's at its finest.
Bree Miner, the catcher, steps in, and you can see the shadows here. About 6:15 local time in Salem, Oregon. And again, these two teams met for the first game of the day. That was a long time ago.
In the previous game, John, Torrance team couldn't lay. They really had a difficult time laying off that rise ball.
Popped up. Should be an easy play for the shortstop. And that's a second out. Brooke Poff out at shortstop for Northwest Nitro. One of 2 twin sisters on this team. Her sister Haley playing third base. And Lily Saunders steps in.
Already we're seeing a difference here. The game just previous to this that Nice pitched, struck out 3 in the first inning, and we're not seeing strikeouts now. They're getting the ball in play.
Ball in the dirt. Catcher doing a good job making a stop there.
Beautiful block.
Sarah Ellerton catching for Northwest Nitro. Three balls, no strikes, so Nice is going to have to come in with this pitch.
I would guess Saunders will take this and make her throw a strike.
And she does. And as you mentioned in some of the earlier games, the hitters just could not lay off that high rise ball, but these Santa Monica hitters showing a lot of discipline here in the first inning.
Completely different approach.
Little pop-up out to first base. That's a third out. So a couple of pop-outs. And Santa Monica comes up empty in the top of the first inning.
That was a good first inning for Nice. Just a pop-up off the handle. The first baseman makes the play.
After half an inning, no score yet. Championship game. The 2018 USA Girls 14B Fast Pitch Western National Championships from Salem, Oregon.
What, John, you mentioned out there, the shadows, they are, I mean, on the one hand, the shadows feel really good for us because the sun's not beating down on us, but for hitters, you're going from sunshine into shade, and that's a difficult thing. It'll probably be another 20 minutes to half an hour before the ball is completely in the shade. As a result, I guess I'd look for pitchers to dominate early.
And Anna Oser in the circle for Santa Monica. Two to one score in the first meeting between these two teams, so low-scoring ball game. Runs may be at a premium here, and you have to execute. You have to make the plays you should make. You can't have any errors and give the other team additional outs.
And that's what I saw earlier when they with the Newburgh team, the Nitro. They did not give extra outs, and I haven't seen Santa Monica, but I believe they're probably pretty much the same way.
Olivia Coulter will lead things off for the Northwest Nitro. Takes strike one.
In the Nitro's last game, she was 1 for 4.
Swing and a miss for strike two.
And Schneider shows that she's got a rise ball of her own.
Nitro defeated Hearts 7-1 earlier today. One ball, two strikes. Lays off that rise ball. That is one thing I'm sure that both coaches have talked with their teams about. You have to swing at pitches that are in the strike zone and avoid those high rise balls. You're probably not going to hit it. If you do, you'll pop it up.
So hard because you got a split second to make that decision, and that looks so good just out of the hand.
Foul back.
That was a changeup.
Way to hustle, way to hustle. Great pitch, Anna.
Two balls, two strikes. Popped up. Should be an easy play for the shortstop.
Oser does a nice job out there. Mixes pitches up, throws strikes, always around the strike zone.
Haley Poff steps in. She's playing third base today. Takes ball one. This tournament has been dominated by California teams 8 of the 10 years. Last 10 years, California teams win it, so the Oregon team trying to break through here. And that would be especially sweet to win the tournament in your home state.
No, in your home state, but what, 40 miles up the road, 30 miles up the road?
Not very far away. Swing and a miss.
Still a hitter's count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Haley Poff got a base hit last game, scored a run.
So the first base runner for the Northwest Nitro. Now her twin sister Brooke comes up. That's a pretty good deal for a coach to have a couple of twin sisters in your starting lineup.
It is, and especially when they're really good players, and it's kind of fun.
Your second and third hitter. Take strike one.
Biggest decision for Coach Mace is who's going to hit second, who's going to hit third, which Poff.
Swing and a miss. Throw back to first base. Not in time.
That's that rise ball again, John.
That is tough to lay off. I think in softball that is the hardest pitch because it looks so good coming in, and then all of a sudden it's in the catcher's glove.
And it just continues to go up. That was a ball, that was outside, but I'll tell you what, that was a great pitcher's pitch.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
This might be a good pitch to run on. I do think you gotta see you see her go now.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Drive out to right field, and a nice play by the right fielder, and the runner has to stay at first base.
That ball was hit well. She hit that ball right in the barrel, drove that ball well, and right fielder, as you said, John, completely under control, went over and made that play. And that's been a play that's oftentimes hasn't been made today.
Line drive, that's a fair ball. The runner will advance to third base. Another runner to second.
That ball was fair by inches.
Yeah, Megan Broyles. Alina Garska comes up with runners in scoring position on second and third base. There are 2 outs, however. This would be huge for Northwest Nitro if they can get some runs here.
Yeah, it would be nice to get off to a good lead. But I'll tell you, Anna Ozer is a veteran pitcher, and she does a great job out there.
1 ball and 1 strike. Well, you don't get to the championship game if you don't have the players that can deliver under pressure. Swing and a miss.
Boy, I love that. I love the fact that she went high and got called for a ball and then went right back down low, changing the vertical scheme of their pitching.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Chance for Santa Monica to get out of this inning. That is well outside. One of those pitches you hope the batter's going to chase.
And there was no doubt that's exactly what she was doing, because the catcher was set up out there and she put it right at the target. Going to try to bust her inside, I think.
Fouled back, and I about jumped out of my seat. Even though there's a screen in front of me, I can't help it.
Going to wait to see if she's going to come back with that changeup again.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runners on second and third for the Northwest Nitro. And Alina Garska at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And the Nitro come up empty, but they had their opportunity.
They may come back and regret that one. Here's just a rise ball, and it just keeps going up. And again, one of those ones that as a fan you wonder, why are they swinging at that?
1 complete inning. We have no score. Santa Monica and Northwest Nitro in the championship game of the 2018 USA Girls 14B Fastpitch Western National Championship. John Piper along with Brian Sutherland and the rest of our CCTV crew. Thanks for joining us online, as well as we'll have this ball game tape delayed on Capital Community Television in Salem. And thanks to all of our CCTV staff and volunteers who make these telecasts possible. Also want to make sure we thank the people from the city of Salem, especially Billy Powers and Maggie Combs, the tournament directors. And there's so many people out here, Brian, that help with this tournament. And then got to mention the umpires, because they are doing a really nice job out here. And hasn't been as hot as it was the last tournament we did last year, but still it's a challenge to be out here umpiring these games for the entire week.
Bottom line is you can't play without them. They do a great job. They come out. They get paid. Don't get paid a lot.
Number 2, playing second base.
Just do a wonderful job.
Kat Ho will lead things off for Santa Monica, playing second base today. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Nice. Nice has a very interesting delivery and kind of difficult, I would think, for the hitters to follow where the thing's going.
A lot of stuff going on to the point of release.
And that is called a strike.
That one there might look like it might have been a little bit down, but what last game Nice tried to throw the changeup and couldn't get a feel for it. Couldn't get a feel for it until late, and boy, if she gets a feel for that early, that's going to be really tough.
And really the key for pitching is changing the speeds and changing the locations. If you've got that changeup and you can throw it effectively, it can really make a big difference.
What makes your fastball look all that much faster. You can't sit on a change.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Kat Ho. Swing and a miss, and 1 down. And Soraya Nice, I think you said, had 13 strikeouts in the last ball game.
Yes, she did. She was dominant. Fun pitcher to watch. She owns the strike zone, does a good job moving the ball around.
Anna Ozer is pitching today. Was listed originally as a designated player, but clearly we saw her in the circle last inning. Ground ball to third base, knocked down, long throw, in time.
That was really a heck of a play right there.
That is Haley Poff at third base. Knocked it down, comes up throwing, and that is definitely a long throw, and she was right on the money. Michaela Winehouse playing left field today. Swing and a miss.
It's so hard to lay off that.
You can talk about that and talk about it, but when you actually have to do it, it is so hard. Swing and a miss.
She is really, really good.
Probably the best pitcher we've seen in the games that we've done here.
But without question, best I've seen.
Swing and a miss. And she is just starting to get warmed up there, Brian.
Yeah, here it is again. Again, a rise ball. And, you know, at the risk of being redundant, that's over and over and over again, which speaks to the quality of that rise ball.
And as we head to the bottom of the second inning, still no score here. Championship game with the Northwest Nitro from Newberg, Oregon, and Santa Monica from Santa Monica, California. Nitro trying to break through, give Oregon a title here. And they have had the easier route here. They were in the winner's bracket the entire tournament. Santa Monica, this is their 5th game of the day. And I don't care how young you are, 5 games is going to take its toll on the body and the mind.
Yeah, they've got to be tired. We've got a little bit of a breeze here that's blowing out a little bit to left field, kind of cross field, but a little bit out to left field. And that could come into play here. Some balls could pick up a little boost on the way out.
That is first for Nitro, number 2, second baseman, Maya Stiegel.
Maya Stiegel steps in. Playing second base today. Popped up.
Could be trouble.
And it goes off the glove of the second baseman. So Stiegel on first base, and you get that leadoff runner on. That's very important.
Opens up a lot of options here for Sarah Ellerton and Coach Mace. Do you bunt now and try to get? Now here's the problem with bunting her. She hit a home run last game. It was a bomb. I don't know if you take the chance. There's that ball going right off the edge of the glove. That's a base hit.
That is a very tough play to make. As that ball is coming off that right-hander's bat, tailing away, you've got to go out. Sun is over there as well, so difficult play to make. Not sure if they would score that as a hit or an error.
Well, I'm giving her a hit.
She's got a hit from me too. Popped up and out of play. Ellerton behind the plate today. But yeah, that home run was pretty impressive in the last Nitro ball game.
Hit that ball out to left center. Coach Mace has been pretty aggressive. There's been a number of times when I thought the bunt was in order and he lets his kids swing away, and heck, it's paid off.
Pitch is high. 2 balls and 1 strike for Sarah Ellerton.
Boy, she'd like a ground ball.
Popped up. That's going to go out of play. But there definitely is some wind. Very pleasant evening. A little bit warm during the daytime for us anyway, not for the folks from California.
It is beautiful out right now. Ozer's really battling here. That ball's hit pretty well.
That is deep to left field, and it is over the fence for a 2-run home run. And Sarah Ellerton has to go back to first base, make sure she touches it. But she had a home run in the last game. This one a 2-run home run, and I guess you predicted that, Brian.
So I chuckle because I think the bunt's in order, but Coach Mace may know his players a little bit better than I do. Man, that ball's hit well, and it got up a little bit. Probably got a little help from the wind, but bottom line is it went over the fence, and that's all that matters. 2-run homer.
Kaylee Schwab playing left field. Take strike one.
I think that pitch that she hit out right there, Anna Ozer tried to throw her changeup and got too much of the plate.
And Ellerton bats number 7 in the Nitro lineup.
Yeah, 2 games, 2 home runs. That's a nice number 7 to have.
Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Number 31, first baseman Brooke Allison.
Brooke Allison playing first base today. Fouls it off.
You know, it's interesting. They played these 4 games in a row, and you're right. They've got to be tired. But boy, you wouldn't looking at them out there. Their body language is good. Down 2-0.
Popped up. And Oser takes care of it herself for the second out. Olivia Coulter, the leadoff hitter, will have her second at bat.
Number 1, Olivia Coulter.
This is where I think it's going to get interesting for Anna Ozer. On that second time around, we'll see if the Nitro start making adjustments.
Going to go foul.
Wow.
What a catch out in left field.
That was a beauty.
That is Michaela Winehouse, I think, number 9.
Indeed. Here it is again. It's a great effort. And she managed to catch that ball and not land on it, which may have kicked the ball out.
After 2 complete innings, our score, the Northwest Nitro 2 and Santa Monica nothing. Now for Santa Monica, you want to come back, get something on the board. It is a game of momentum. Your opponent just scored 2 runs. You want to get something on the board to counteract that.
Yes, you do. I mean, and Soraya right now, Nice, you know, I say this all the time, but she wants to go out and put a 0 up in this inning so they can take advantage of the momentum they just got. Coming out and giving up a couple runs, letting them back in the game would be a real momentum buster.
Center fielder Evelyn Siegel.
Evelyn Siegel will step in. She's playing center field today. And Nice definitely has some pop on that ball.
She does. I think you said earlier that I think she's the best pitcher that I've seen in this tournament.
Big swing for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the third inning, championship game, 2018 USA Girls 14B Fastpitch Western National Championships from Salem, Oregon.
That is, boy, that's really good. She puts that ball, she goes up on the previous pitch and then comes down on the knees this next pitch. And so now what do you do as a batter?
Strike 3. And the strikeouts starting to add up for Nice.
That's 3 of the last 4.
Now batting number 28, Yesenia Olmedo.
Olmedo up to bat. Yesenia playing right field. It's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. Nope.
A nice catch by number 2, Maya Stiegel.
Well played. Little drop step. Makes it look pretty routine.
2 down now.
Completely under control here. Nice job.
Number 3, shortstop, Maya Gillespie.
Let's go, Maya! Woo!
Maya grounded out to the second baseman last time. Boy, change up. Holy cow. That is good.
Swing and a miss.
Well, shadows now have engulfed the entire pitching area. So that's not a factor anymore.
And strike 3. And again, Soraya Nice just getting stronger and stronger as this game goes on.
The shadows have gone away, but Soraya Nice has not.
So you got 1 for 2 here. But the lady in the circle has been dominating here, especially in the last couple of innings.
Boy, she's got last 6 hitters. She struck out 4 of the last 6. The other 2 have been just routine plays.
So as we head to the bottom of the third inning, still a 2-run advantage for Northwest Nitro out of Newburgh, Oregon. And Soraya Nice has been the story in addition to the home run by Sarah Ellerton. And Oser has done a nice job, but that 1 pitch she gave up to Ellerton, took care of it.
Yeah, she's done a fine job. It's come down to 1 pitch, and she threw a change up and she left it over the plate, and Ellerton hit it out of here. And sometimes for a pitcher like Soraya Nice, that's all she needs.
Northwest Nitro defeated Santa Monica 2-1 in their first meeting of the day, so that was a very close ball game.
I didn't see that game, but it sounded like someone hit a 2-run homer late in that game. Well, now we've had a 2-run homer early.
Haley Poff, the third baseman, leads things off here in the bottom of the third inning for Northwest Nitro. And those shadows, as you said, Brian, moving very quickly now and making it a little bit easier. Ground ball out to third base. Pfeiffer picks it up, fires, and gets the out.
Very good pitch. Boy, she jammed her. Gave him in my day, they would have called that a jam sandwich. Pfeiffer kind of bobbles a tad. Comes up with a good strong throw, puts it right on the money.
Brooke Poff, the shortstop, steps in now. 1 down. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 2-run advantage for Northwest Nitro. Popped up. Left fielder should be able to get under it, and she does. Now, sun might be a factor out for that left fielder, but she handled it well.
Hoser just keeps throwing strikes and rolling right along here. She's hoping that her team can score a couple runs for her.
Well, the pitcher's job right now, and there's that play by Winehouse out in left field. Need to get out of the inning, get your team back in the dugout, get ready to go in your half of the inning. And there's a hit batter, number 35 is Megan Broyles.
Megan taking one for the team right there.
That's going to bring up Alina Garska. Runner on first base.
Garska struck out last time.
2 outs. And the wind is definitely picking up. Going to second base. And she is out. So Northwest Nitro runs itself out of that inning.
That was a great throw by the catcher. Put that ball right on the money. In fact, beat her by, the shortstop ends up having to wait for her. Nice job. That's the other thing too, John, that we notice as you go up through and you get to closer to the championship game. Not only is the pitching better, but the catching is better. You're not running around. I mean, you don't get runners on, and they're not stealing bases without challenge. Here, now the catchers are good enough that you've got to ask yourself, do I really want to take that chance? Here she comes up throwing. Like you said, shortstop, we're just waiting for her. That's the easiest call in America for the second base umpire.
So after 3 complete innings, our score, Northwest Nitro 2 and Santa Monica nothing. We'll be back right after this.
After 3 innings, our score is Northwest Nitro.
And so far, Nice has been outstanding in the circle as she was in the earlier game that we saw today. She seems to be getting stronger, and the Santa Monica hitters seem to be getting a little frustrated.
Coach Schneider's been talking to his team and trying to get it, maybe change the approach a little bit, kind of get him to be a little more aggressive. Left on left here, though, is a really difficult deal against her.
Fly ball out to shallow left field, or ends up right on the edge of the dirt there. And Sydney Schneider, the first out for Santa Monica.
Yeah, that left-hander, she has a natural curve as a left-handed pitcher, and that's really difficult for a left-handed hitter. Excuse me.
Bree Miner steps in.
Popped out to short last time.
Swing and a miss.
You mentioned earlier, John, the sun on the left side of the field, and you can see the shortstop is shading her eyes. I do think the sun could be an issue over there on the left side.
Big swing and another miss. And that's one thing you have to adjust to, time of day. Sun is going to change earlier in the morning. Of course, the right fielder had a difficult position to play with the sun going that way. Ground ball out to shortstop. Poff scoops it up, throws her out. And this Nitro team, they have done everything well so far. Pitching has been great. Their fielding has been solid. Take a look at that last play.
Just solid. I mean, they're a very good defensive team. They make routine plays. So Nice, if she can get them to put it in play at somebody, she's confident that the play is going to get made.
Lily Saunders hit that one hard, but it is foul. got to pay attention down there in that coaching box.
Well, you look at the outfielders, they are really shading to the right side.
Yeah.
Left fielder's playing pretty much straight away, but the center fielder and right fielder are playing way around to the right.
There's that changeup.
She would love for that to have been a strike, but the bottom line is that now the hitter has to account for that.
Swing and a miss. And Santa Monica having trouble reading the pitcher here, as she has done a nice job changing speeds, changing the location. And again, that motion difficult to follow. Drive down the right field line, that'll go foul, and that's probably why they have her shaded that way.
Yes, indeed.
And when you have a power pitcher like Nice, you're going to get some balls out to right field.
That right there, that foul ball was probably the best contact we've seen in quite some time. It's that
Ground
change
ball.
up again.
Nice throw, and getting the out is Poff. And again, this Nitro team just doing everything well. They're able to make the plays they should make and really cut off any opportunity for Santa Monica.
Here it is again. A little slow ground ball. The pitcher tried to get it, and probably best that she didn't. That allowed the shortstop to come in and make the play. Boy, that was bang bang. I think if that was major leagues, we'd be might be asking for a replay.
After 3.5 innings, our score: Northwest Nitro 2, Santa Monica nothing. Championship game, 2018 USA Girls 14B Fastpitch Western National Championship from Wallace Marine Park in Salem, Oregon. And talking with one of the folks from California this morning, they commented how nice a facility this is, and it really is a beautiful facility, a great place for softball. Salem being able to host some national and regional tournaments because of this facility and because of the staff from the Public Works Department coordinating everything that you need to do to make this tournament happen.
Yeah, this Salem should be very proud of Wallace Marine Park and what it's become. This has been a place where year after year we bring in national championships of different levels, and something that we should be really happy with.
Alina Garska leading things off for the Nitro here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Grounded right back to the pitcher. Good job there by Oser. And Oser just doing a solid job, just giving up that one home run is the difference.
I like her as a pitcher. She's going to throw a strike. She's going to be around the plate. She's going to field her position. She's not going to make mistakes. And that's just good job right there. That's pitchers who can field are valuable assets.
Stiegel steps in with 1 out. Drive is going to drop out there. And she has a base hit. So that just one of those balls where you hit it in the right spot. You don't hit it very hard, but the outfielder couldn't get to it in time.
That was a bleeder. It was a kind of a little blooper into right field. Not sure it even bent the grass, but they don't ask how many. They don't ask how, they ask how many. Here's Ellerton again.
Ellerton over the third baseman for a base hit, and Ellerton has just been outstanding in this entire tournament. And she comes through again. Now we've got runners on first and second with 1 out.
Okay, I do think, and I've been wrong every single time when I tried to guess with Coach Mace, there it is, the base hit by Ellerton. But with first and second, no outs, oh, we got 1 out. My mistake. We're swinging away.
Kaylee Schwab. It looks like she might bunt, pulls the bat back, takes ball 1. It has to be a lot of fun to play for this team because they seem to have the green light on everything here. And they're aggressive. They like to hit the ball. Drive out to left field. Another great play out in left, and runners have to go back to their bases.
Is that Winehouse again?
That was Winehouse out in left field, and she got a great jump on that ball and tracked it down looking into the sun. There it is.
Great play over there, and given the last play she made in foul territory, that didn't surprise me.
Brooke Allison, first baseman. And I thought that ball was going to drop in there for extra bases.
I definitely thought it had a chance.
Little pop up, shortstop back, takes care of it. So Northwest Nitro comes up empty. Here's that last play.
Does a nice job, good drop step, just took completely under control. Easy play.
And after 4 complete innings, our score, Northwest Nitro 2 and Santa Monica nothing. And it looked like opportunity there for Nitro to get a couple of extra runs there, but a good defensive play out in left field by Michaela Winehouse. She's had a couple of good plays that have prevented some potential scores for the Northwest Nitro team.
Well, you know, and so the Nitro go out and they get 2 hits in a row, and Anna Ozer proceeds then to shut the door and end the inning. And everything that we say about Nice is deserved, but Ozer's done a great job as well. It's one pitch. I think you said that. It's one pitch.
That home run ball made all the difference so far. And that 2-0 lead looks bigger and bigger as the ball game goes on.
As we go here into the 5th inning, Nice has given up 1 hit, and it was that bunt single. She's faced 1 batter over the minimum.
Leading off leading for Santa Monica, number 2, Kat Ho.
Kat Ho leads things off in the top of the 5th inning. Santa Monica, again, this is their 5th game of the day as they've dropped into the loser bracket, losing to Northwest Nitro in the morning game. So they've been playing softball all day long. That's one of the nice things about a double elimination tournament. You lose that game. You never want to lose a game, but if you have to lose, you want to do it on the last day of the tournament.
Yeah, and you know, and you got 2. Obviously, these 2 teams are meeting again for the championship, and so if that 1 loss would have knocked you out of the tournament, that's a shame because these 2 are obviously the 2 best teams in the tournament. You know, this is new.
Ball 3.
She'll be taken right here. They need base runner. They need a base runner.
Ball 4 on 4 pitches, so Saraya Nice throws a walk to the leadoff hitter. You never want to throw a walk, but especially to that leadoff hitter.
No, and I believe right now it's a bunt situation.
Anna Ozer, the pitcher, we'll see if she squares up to bunt here. Take strike 1.
Nice had thrown 4 straight balls, and so she may have been just taking that pitch to make her throw a strike.
Infielders come in at 1st and 3rd here, expecting the bunt.
Coach is not happy down there. I'm not sure what happened.
A teaching moment, perhaps?
Or a
or chew out moment?
Or what in the heck are you doing moment.
Did you miss the sign?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought you were waving at a fly.
I still think it's a bunt situation if you can. Nope. That definitely now.
2 strikes.
I think the exact words out of his mouth were, "What are you waiting for?" Man, I tell you what, you do not want to be facing Nice with 2 strikes and no balls. It's tough.
Foul back.
That one got me too, John.
No matter how hard I try, I can't stay in my seat when that ball's coming towards me.
Yep. And that's probably not a bad thing.
Foul back. See, I didn't even flinch on that one.
Yeah, that was good. 0-2, I got to give it to Anna Ozer. She's fouled off a couple of tough pitches.
Infield still in. Fouls off another one. This one is out of play. She is a determined young lady in the circle and at the plate. And have to give a lot of credit to all the teams that participated in this tournament, but especially the final two. There goes a runner down to second base. The throw is high. And Ho gets into second base.
Yep, she chose a very good pitch to try to steal on. Nice threw a changeup, and that gave her a chance to get in second base.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Popped up. And first baseman could not get to it. So another chance for Oser, and she is really making Nice work here after Nice got ahead with 2 strikes.
So far, this has been a 7-pitch at-bat. She's fouled off 4 pitches with 2 strikes. I do think, by the way, that play may have been made over on the right field side. That was close. This is a big out right here for Nice.
And she hits her. So Oser, and that's her pitching. No, that's not her pitching hand, but definitely hurts. So Nice having a little bit of trouble here. They'll go over and check out Anna Oser. Take a look at that hand. And the Nitro infielders come around Nice here. And I really do like the way that they support each other. Good teams, got to shake off the mistakes. You got to support your teammates. Got hit on the left hand. I thought originally it was the right hand, but it was the left hand. Gets a round of applause. Good crowd on hand here.
I don't know that, John, I don't know if she had hit on the right hand if she'd have come out. She's a pretty tough kid.
Winehouse steps in with 2 runners on.
Well, she had a little bit more giddy up on that. That looked like it had a little more pop.
Strike 1 now. Top of the 5th inning, 2-run deficit for Santa Monica, trying to get some runs on the board here. Bunt is popped up, but missed.
Oh.
And everyone is safe as the first baseman had a chance to take that one, missed it, and as a result, bases are loaded. Here's the play.
Watch the reaction of Nice here. She didn't. On the other hand, Nice should have been moving over that way to be able to be on top of that ball. Not necessarily going to catch it, but at least heading that direction.
Evelyn Siegel, bases loaded. And the first run for Santa Monica as the ball gets past the catcher. Now for Northwest Nitro, they have got to settle down here. But the mistake there, here's this last play.
It looked like a pass ball to me. I mean, it hit her in the glove.
So I'm not sure exactly what happened. Maybe we can take one more look at that.
Good job by the runner at third base, though. She saw it.
There's another pop-up. And no throw as the third baseman, or rather the shortstop, did not get over to cover in time. But a couple of bunts in the air and Northwest Nitro can only take care of one of them.
Boy, I tell you, that missed bunt at first base turns out to be big.
Popped up again. This time the catcher takes care of it. So Northwest Nitro with a chance here. They can get one more out here to maintain a one-run advantage here. Leadoff hitter up for Santa Monica is Maya Gillespie. Runners on second and third base.
Grounded out in the first inning, struck out in the third.
And this is when your catcher becomes even more important. If it's in the dirt, you've got to block it. And if it gets by, you've got to get there quickly, hope it doesn't carry them off the backstop and allow them to score the tying run.
Bottom line is just nothing can get by. I mean, that's, you got to do what you got to do to throw your body in front of it, keep it in front of you.
We have a courtesy runner coming in at third base.
It's Navi Avedon.
So Avedon is at third now with 2 outs. Ball in the dirt again.
Exactly what you were talking about right there, John. Nice play by the catcher. Get yourself over in front of it, because now your pitcher knows she can throw the ball in the dirt and she doesn't have to worry about it.
Fouled out of play.
But I'll tell you, Gillespie's up there hacking.
Opportunity here with a base hit to bring in a couple of runs and give the lead to Santa Monica. Beautiful pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
These are the spots so far that Nice has been able to bow her neck and get out of, and I'd be looking right now for that rise ball to get a strikeout.
Popped up.
Oh, not going to get her.
No way. No way they could make a play there, so we are tied at 2 apiece. As that one just kind of hung up in the air and then just died as it hit the ground.
And you know, it's one of those things that I think if the shortstop just needs to come in, if she'd have come in hard, she might have run into that runner and got an interference call.
Runner heads down to second base, so runners on second and third.
And now base hit, you could lose the lead.
And the hitter is Sydney Schneider.
Schneider had that bunt base hit.
Fly ball out to left field for the final out of this inning. But what an inning it was for Santa Monica. And that error on the first baseman, really the key play.
Yes, it was. Kind of wondered if the sun was going to be a problem here, but didn't seem to be. Seemed to be under control.
As we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, we're tied at 2 apiece. Santa Monica, Northwest Nitro for the championship of the 2018 USA Girls 14B Fastpitch Western National Championships in Salem, Oregon. John Piper along with Brian Sutherland. Brian, thanks a lot for joining me for the tournament. Also, thanks to Steve Norris, who did a couple of games for us for CCTV. I always appreciate working with you, and got a chance to work with Steve for the first time.
Steve's a good softball guy. Been doing it a long time, coaching a long time in South Salem with the legendary Scott McCormick, and he knows his stuff.
So now we've got a whole different ball game here, 2-2, as we head to the bottom of the 5th. And for Northwest Nitro, that's one of those things you just have to shake off. Things didn't go your way in that inning. You made some mistakes. You paid for it. Now it's time to start at the plate here and see if you can get that lead back.
I just look out there and I see Anna Ozer just doing her job. She kept her team in it.
Ozer takes ball one. And strike one.
Comes in, jams her.
And the correction, that is Olivia Coulter at the plate. Ozer is in the circle. Right up the middle. And it's through to center field for a base hit for Olivia Coulter.
That was kind of a seeing eye hit right there, but again, doesn't matter.
And the shadows are out far enough. I don't think the hitters are having as much problem.
Okay, I know what I'd probably do if I was their coach, but I've guessed wrong every single time, so I give up.
Haley Poff pops it out of play. I don't think we've had anybody hit by a fly ball yet, but it could happen. Or a foul ball.
Not going to happen to you and me,
Not
I'll tell you
for
that.
us, but
We've got
people that are back on the grass here behind the field.
we got a pop-up cover right over the top of us.
Foul back for strike two. Coulter down at first base. Nobody out. Bottom of the fifth.
You know, you mentioned, John, it'd probably be a lot of fun to play for Coach Mace because he lets you swing the bat. Remember when I was coaching, I used to tell kids, you only get so many swings in life, so get them all. And he lets kids play.
Two balls and two strikes now.
And when a coach has that kind of confidence in you, it can't help but give you a little bit more confidence in yourself.
Popped up. And you could hear that one right behind us, so.
You had to say something, didn't you?
We've got a canopy, but you never know. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Haley Poff, third baseman. And for the Northwest Nitro, this would be huge if they could get a run back. There's a pop-up. This time the catcher takes care of it.
Up next, number 9, Brooke Paw.
Brooke Poff steps in now.
She hit a ball pretty well in the first inning to right field, and then flew out to left field in the third. That ball's hit well.
Right
that
out
ball
to
is
center
hit well.
field. That is over the fence for a 2-run home run for Brooke Poff. And how about that response to the Santa Monica scoring 2 runs?
That is the way you want to respond right there. Number 3 hitter takes it out of the park.
That's a 2-run home run for Brooke Paw. Scored 4-2.
And that ball was hit well. That was a line drive out of the park.
No doubt about it. There it is. Megan Broyles will step in after the 2-run homer by Brooke Poff. Gives the Nitro the lead. There's a pop fly, and shortstop is going to come over and take care of it. Nicely done. Third baseman lets the shortstop take it. Shortstop with a much better angle there to get that ball.
Up next, number 46, Alina Garska.
And Maya Gillespie is a very good defensive shortstop for Santa Monica.
And Alina Garska steps in now with 2 down.
That pitch was close. That ball's hit
Drive
pretty
out to
well.
left field. That ball is off the wall. Garska going to second base with a stand-up double. And these Nitro hitters, they are really connecting.
Be interesting to see how long Santa Monica goes with Oser, or if they have anybody else. Ball's off the fence. She just missed a homer by a bit.
Maya Stiegel
She's 2 for
steps
2.
in.
This is a good hitter to have up. She's 2 for 2 on the game. They'd sure like to get that other run.
Ball into the outfield should score the runner from second base, and that would be huge. Popped up though, and taken by the second baseman for the third out. So the big home run by Brooke Poff gives the Nitro a 2-run advantage here in the bottom of the 5th.
See this third out again, but I really thought that was probably the shortstop's ball, but the second baseman called it, and Gillespie gave up position and let her go ahead and take it. Boy, Nice has got to feel good about her team. You know, she goes up and goes out, gives up the lead, and boy, they go out and get it right back for them.
Our score after 5 complete innings, the Northwest Nitro 4 and the Santa Monica team 2. Santa Monica All-Stars, I guess they call themselves. But they have had a tough road here, playing 4 games today. This is number 5. And talk a little bit more about the job Soraya Nice has done, because her had some problems in that inning. Her teammates got the runs back, and now that's got to give her a lot of confidence.
I think it gives her a big boost. She's that last inning, you know, gave up the lead. We saw this earlier in the day too, where she went out and had a tough inning, and then kind of took it upon herself to go ahead and get things under control. I think that you very well may see that again, although Santa Monica is a heck of a good hitting team.
Bree Miner leads things off here in the top of the 6th inning.
Bree has hit the ball twice to the shortstop, a little pop fly in the first and a ground ball in the 4th.
2 balls, so Nice needs to find the strike zone here. One thing you cannot afford to do is let that leadoff hitter get a walk.
That's exactly what happened last inning, and it came back and bit her. There were some people in the crowd who might have disagreed with that call.
Yes, I thought that might have been a little bit high, but we are not directly behind the plate.
That's a good cut. Bree Miner took a good swing at that.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, this has just been an outstanding tournament, though. It's great to see the teams from the Western region and the parents and the brothers and sisters and grandma and grandpa supporting their players.
Great for the Salem economy as well. I mean, people in hotels and restaurants.
And this is also Hoopla weekend in Salem, so we've got thousands of basketball players down in the capital area. Beautiful job, and a great scoop on first base. And talk about efficient. Third base to first base has been outstanding today.
It has been, you know, and the thing is about Nice, she got that pitch that we thought might have been high. And I'll tell you, you give her a break like that, and she takes advantage. Yeah, that was a good, solid play right there, although it could have been a little bit stronger throw.
First baseman did a great job scooping that up. But Poff has been playing in tight the entire ball game. Fouled out of play.
And you know, John, that takes some courage to. I tell you, that is one thing. By the way the game has changed over the last 10 years. Look out in that infield out there, and there's not a young lady from Santa Monica that doesn't have a mask on.
From Northwest Nitro.
Northwest Nitro, excuse me.
Yeah, I noticed that all of the infielders wore a mask so they can play in closer. Fouled out of play.
And why not? I mean, if it gives you a little more confidence and you can and it doesn't bother you, and you've got a chance to get used to it, why not wear one?
And that has allowed them again. First baseman playing in close, third baseman in close. Fouled off again. You're able to get to those balls more quickly, gives you a little bit more time to throw it and get the out.
Now I do question why you might wear one in the outfield, but that's a whole different story.
Well, if you fielded the ball like I fielded the ball when I was a kid, I could have used a mask. And finally, Saunders is out after fouling off a number of pitches.
She throws her that change up, and that's not a strike, but geez, it just looks so hittable. Ends up swinging at a pitch. It's not a great pitch.
And Ellerton takes care of that. So we've got 2 outs now. Popped up to the shortstop. And Brooke Poff gets the 3rd out. So the Nitro continue to roll along, and Neese letting her fielders do the job in this inning.
Just a short, kind of a weak pop-up right here. Boy, you can't be much more efficient than Neese was right there. She got, like you said, she got probably that high pitch called, and that let her get back in the count on minor. Ends up with a 5-3, and then 2 easy pop-ups.
And the hitters for Santa Monica making it easy for the fielders for the Northwest Nitro. But those are the kind of plays you have to make. They had the problem in the inning where Santa Monica scored where they muffed a easy pop bunt. Now an opportunity for the Nitro to try to add to that 2-run advantage as we're in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And the first batter may be somebody that can add to it right from the get-go.
And this would be a tremendous achievement for the Nitro if they could win the championship for an Oregon team. 8 out of the 10 last winners of this tournament were from California. I don't know if an Oregon team has ever won it.
They're on the verge.
But
still business to take care of.
A ways to go. And there is no time limit on the games on Saturday, on Championship Saturday, so they don't have to worry about that.
And that's a good thing. You'd hate to have a championship game decided by time limit.
Ellerton takes ball 1. Time called. Shadows continue to grow out there. Still, that left fielder has got a tough position. Out to left field. Beautifully done. And just really impressive work out there in left field. That is Michaela Winehouse. And she has been perfect as far as I can tell.
She's been dynamite. She's just handled every play out there and made every play look routine. Even that tough diving catch that she made over in the foul territory.
Sun in her eyes doesn't bother her.
She's a player.
Kaylee Schwab, line drive out into left field. And Schwab goes into second base. Not quite sure why she slid, but could have had a stand-up double there, but I guess it's better to slide and not go by the base.
We're going to call that a stand-up double. Just because you slid doesn't make it a stand-up, not a stand-up double. That ball was ripped. That was a shot down the left field line.
And Schwab the 8th hitter in the lineup. out of play. And how about the 8th hitter, and Ellerton is the 7th hitter.
They've done some damage.
And there are really no weak spots in this Northwest Nitro lineup that I've seen.
They're so sound.
Brooke Allison. 1 ball and 1 strike now. We've got a runner on second base. Is Kaylee Schwab, who doubled.
That was a ball, but boy, that was a good pitch.
Popped up out into center field.
Yeah, it should be an F8.
And that's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Olivia Coulter.
Next up, number 1, Olivia Coulter.
Just waiting for that ball to come down. Sometimes that's the hardest thing.
Coulter had a base hit last time.
2 outs.
And again, John, the fielders are, the outfield center and right are pulled way around to the right side. If she hits a ball up the middle, base hit up the middle, and runner at second should be able to score.
Fouled off down the third baseline. That's an error on the coach. Fouled off again. This time, coach handles it with ease.
Throws a change up there. Coulter was way out in front.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes on Olivia Coulter, the designated player today for the Northwest Nitro out of Newberg, Oregon. Pops it out of play.
I can guarantee you that Coach Mace would like 1 more run.
Coulter pops it up, should be an easy play, and it is. So the Nitro unable to get anything going, although they did have some success at the plate, but unable to push anything across.
So here we go. That's their shortstop making a routine play. 3 outs for the Nitro.
After 6 complete innings, our score, the Northwest Nitro 4 and Santa Monica 2. We will have, after this ball game, assuming that the Nitro wins the ball game, we'll have the trophy presentation. If Santa Monica able to come back and win this ball game, then they would have to play an additional game, as the Nitro do not have any losses. So if they lose today or lose this ball game, they'd have to play again.
So we got Oser, Winehouse, and Siegel.
7th inning, our scoring is Nitro 4, Santa Monica 2. Starting off the inning,
Oser will lead things off.
number 1, Anna Oser.
The Nitro now 3 outs away from the championship. And I got to take a look at those trophies out there. Those are pretty nice trophies.
This bottom part, last 4 hitters in the bottom of the order for Santa Monica are 0 for 8 today. So Nice has dominated them.
Slow roller out to second. There's the first out. And the Nitro, they've got some spring in their step now. They can taste a win here if they can get the next 2 outs. Winehouse steps in for Santa Monica.
Number 9, Michaela Whitehouse.
And for Nice, job number one is throw strikes. You don't want any base runners.
Boy, that's a good pitch.
She has done a nice job today mixing up her speeds, mixing up her locations, keeping these hitters off balance, and was really dominant in the middle part of the ball game.
Winehouse struck out in the second and had the bunt that was an error on the first baseman in the fifth.
Fouled off.
Nice job coming back by Nice. Go throws 2 balls, gets behind, and then is able to get back into the count.
Pops up, and a second out as Ellerton makes the play. 1 out to go for Santa Monica.
Looks like we might get a pinch hitter right here. Looks like Navi Avedon is going to come in and hit for Siegel.
So Avedon is the last hope here for Santa Monica. They're down to their final out. Tough spot to be in, coming in with only 1 out to go, possibly.
That's tough. Been sitting all day, haven't seen a pitch, and come in and face the best pitcher probably in the tournament.
Grounder to third base. It's a foul ball.
Nope, it's a foul ball. She called the foul ball.
It's a foul ball.
And it was a foul ball.
So Avedon will have 1 more opportunity here, but she's behind 2 strikes, coming off the bench, facing an outstanding pitcher in Soraya Nice. That is it. Strike 3, and the Northwest Nitro from Newburgh, Oregon are the 2018 USA Girls 14B Fastpitch Western National Champions. And what a performance in the circle, and really, Brian, all the way around. Our final score in the championship game, Northwest Nitro 4 and Santa Monica 2. And we'll have just a minute to talk about this ball game, Brian, before they get the trophy presentation going. But what a ball game. Let's start first with the pitcher.
This is Soraya Nice, and more Soraya Nice. She's a dominating pitcher. She controls the strike zone. She was the most dominating pitcher I've seen in this tournament. A real credit to her and what she did today.
And defensively, this team just played outstanding, with the one exception where they had the problem, and Santa Monica picked up 2 runs, but the Poff sisters were outstanding at shortstop and third base, and they made the plays. The outfield played well. And then the hitting, they got some timely hits and put 1 ball over the fence, and then 1 back to the fence. And 4 runs was enough to hold up here and defeat a very good team from Santa Monica. We should mention Santa Monica was in the losers bracket today after they lost the first game to Northwest Nitro. And they had to play 5 games today. They came up just a little bit short, but you got to give both these teams a lot of credit.
Yeah, it's a cool deal. You know, down the road, I mean, they'll recall that they finished second in the tournament, but 20 years from now, they'll be talking to each other about, you remember when we played those 5 games in that one day and we almost won the thing? That was, I mean, that's just such a cool deal to see a group of girls work together and gut it out and get back to that, you know, the championship game, especially after losing the very first game of the day. You're absolutely right about the Nitro, though. They are solid defensively. They clutch hitting. They go, they're up 2-0. They allow Santa Monica to tie it up 2-2. And how about Brooke Poff, who comes up and hits a 2-run homer in the very next half inning? I mean, niece has to be just thinking that this is a wonderful thing because it gets her right back on top, and then she just dominates the rest of the way.
Once again, the Northwest Nitro from Newberg, Oregon are the 2018 USA Girls 14B Fastpitch Western National Champions. They defeat Santa Monica by a final score of 4-2. I'm John Piper on behalf of Brian Sutherland. We'll be back with a trophy presentation right after this.
We're gonna let Jonathan get the mic set up so that we can have this on CCTV also. If you want a copy of this game, you can go to CCTV's website and order it.